Well guys, we have the cluster here and I just cleaned it up, so it's looking much better than it did before. As you can see, the reflection, that is awesome. We could not get a reflection before. We had a lot of scratch marks, swirl marks. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this over to the car and I'm going to connect the battery. I still have the dashboard, probably going to get that in this week, but I want to get the cluster ready. So once the dash is in, everything is looking nice and sharp as we always do. There's my carpet. Carpet came out really good, cleaned it up, came out really nice. There are a lot of rust spots. Remember, this entire floor was rotted out, so carpet was covered in rust, and there you go, looking really nice. So I'm slowly putting the interior back together. We still have some welding to do on the outside, but it's not going to affect what we're doing inside here, so this should be a good point to get the interior back in. So that's gonna go. I'm gonna plug the cluster in, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna test the lights because it has the old incandescent bulbs. So we're gonna throw some LEDs and kind of sharpen this thing up. So let's go do that right now and show you the before and after. Okay guys, so I had to dim the lights here so it's a little bit dark, but I wanted to show the cluster. So that is what it currently looks like. As you can see, very dull, and this is with the rheostat fully tuned up. Right there, you can see there's one bulb that's probably blown. So that's what we're getting right now. This is what we would have if I put this thing back in just as is. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to swap it out to these LED bulbs, and we're going to come back. We're going to see what the new product looks like. If you're curious what I'm using, I got these bulbs. I think I got them off eBay or Amazon. I'm not even sure, but basically those are the LED bulbs. I'm going to remove it from the package. And we're going to throw them in. So very inexpensive way to upgrade. I think it's like 10 bucks, 15 bucks for those bulbs. And you're going to see the before and after. It's going to be dramatic. Let's open this package. Let's put these bulbs in. Where are they going to go? Now, if you notice, there's a fuel gauge right here. Let me flip this around. Now, what you don't want to do is, we got our fuel gauge over here. So it was on the other side. So this bulb, this one right here, you don't want to replace this because if you do it, it's going to throw your empty light on the gauge. It just doesn't work. So you change this one, this one, this one, and this one right here. So 4 bulbs is what you're going to replace in the center or center section of the console. Do not change anything on this side. Okay, this is, if you change this, I had this happen to me before. You change out one, it's going to, like I said, throw the empty light, that little light on the cluster. And you're gonna be wondering what happened. Is there a problem with is my tank empty? What's going on? So don't replace it, and then you'll see, you really don't need to actually. It looks just as good. So which you'll see in a few minutes here, or seconds, as soon as we swap it out. There's a little light right around here. When this thing gets on E, it comes on. That will be triggered because of how the circuits work. The good news with this kit that I bought, it comes with not just the bulbs that you need for the kit, because you can buy, go online, you'll see, again, not knocking the guys that sell stuff for MR2s, but they'll sell you 4 bulbs. This one, you get it for about the same price, and you get 4 bulbs to use here, plus this is like an additional 6 bulbs in here, so 10 bulbs total. So technically you can do like 2 clusters, right? So yeah, so this is what the LED bulb looks like. With all LED bulbs, if you put them in and let's say you insert it this way, it doesn't work, just flip it over. It should work when you do it the other way. But let's see how good these bulbs are. Let's get them in, and I'll put it in the car, and I'll stop saying that and just get it done. Getting these bulbs out is pretty easy. All you're gonna do is you're gonna just hold this thing, twist it anti-clockwise, pull up, and there you go. It does have this little rubber sleeve over the bulb. We're not going to use that back because, again, we're going straight LEDs. So just pull the bulb out and pop the new one in and do all 4. And that's it. Very simple upgrade, especially if you have your dash out like I do. Obviously, if you got to take the cluster out, it's a little bit more work. But I think the effort will be well worth it once you guys see the final product. If you're curious what it looks like, there it is. That's the new bulb. And it simply just slips right in. And then to put it in, you just basically line it up with the hole here and just twist clockwise and lock it in. You'll hear when it clicks, and that's it. You're done. All right, so I'm excited. Who's ready to go from this to our new lights? Let's head over to the car. Let's see what it looks like. Let me turn this off. So there's your cluster without any lights. I'm gonna dip the lights right here, and let's check this out. Look at that. Way different. So it looks so much better. There it is. And that's with just 4 LEDs. So again, guys, do not change the one for the fuel that's on the right hand side. If you're looking facing the gauge, you actually don't need to. As you can see, the fuel gauge lights up very good. And if you do replace that one, the cluster is gonna be even brighter, but you're gonna get your empty fuel light come on. It's gonna trigger it just because of how the circuit is grounded. It's kind of hard to see because of the steering wheel. That's a better angle, but for under 15 bucks, I'd say that is a definite upgrade you should do. So I think this dash is gonna look really nice. We're gonna get it in this weekend or probably on this video. And wow, that looks really great.